Get into another video, another lab. Today we're going to be setting up Active Directory and using it a little bit. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Go ahead and turn this on for you guys so it makes it a little easier to follow the mouse. Alright, so go ahead and open up our Microsoft Azure. Make this big for now. And we're going to go ahead and set up two virtual machines. The first one we're going to set up as our DC or our domain controller. And so what we're going to do is just hit create Azure virtual machine. And typically you want to do a resource group first, but it does give you the option if you want to go directly into a virtual machine, or you can do it at this stage. So either way, we're good to go. So at this point, let's go ahead. Oh, I wonder if I should let it do one on its own, or should I name it a certain resource group? Well, let's go ahead and give it a name. Let's give it AD Lab. Give it some Active Directory AD. Why not? This is definitely a lab. I should hit create new, sorry. AD lab. Alright. This one, keep life simple, we're gonna call this DC 1. Alright, and I'm gonna put this one on the East Coast. Alright, and as far as the type of machine, this one is going to be a server, so we'll go ahead with the Windows Server 2022. Go ahead and do that with a discount, why not? Alright, and let's see the size. Let's do at least 2 CPUs. Alright, so for this username, I'll go with the usual ones. Setup JBDC, Josh McDaddy Canes. There we go. Retyping the password. We always keep it simple for the lab, especially since we're going to. Oh, actually, no, not for these. These ones they want long ones. Okay, I'll give them a long one. Let's see here. There we go. We gave them a long one. Alright, so everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and go to review and create. Oh, actually, let's go to the next disk. That's good there. Network. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna set up the network, leave it how it is. Okay, everything else should be good. Alright, so review and create. Okay. Alright, so looks like it's working on getting that set up. We are also going to have to set up a second virtual machine as a regular computer. But before getting that established, we do want to make sure that at least has the virtual network in place. I have jumped into early before and later find out that things don't work correctly and it sets up just different things incorrectly. So I want to make sure that we at least get them on the same network to make life a little easier there. Alright, success. We can go to resource. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now let's go home. Create another virtual machine. Azure virtual machine. Alright, so this one is the same one, and we're going to name this one Client 1. Keep it the same. Oh, they don't like the spaces there. Keep it the same as the lab. Alright, that's on the East Coast. Make this one Windows 10. There we are. Also, do 2 CPUs. There we are. Alright, let's see here. Free trial, so I guess we don't necessarily have to click that one, but it's nice that they offer that. Now we're switching over to paying as you go. Make sure we click that. Alright, we're gonna keep that the same. Alright. Review and create. Alright, validation pass. Go ahead and hit create. Alright, as we know at this point, if you've seen any other videos or if you've already dabbled a little bit in Microsoft Azure, you know this takes some time. Alright, so it took a lot longer than what I anticipated, but that's okay. With the magic of editing, fast forward through all that. Alright, so what we're going to do now, go over to client 1. Alright, we're going to go ahead and copy the public address. I'll make this a little bit smaller there. Like that. Alright, paste that in, put it in here as client 1, add, alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and try to access that. Alright, so what we're going to do, it's going to take a little bit also to get everything here situated, but nowhere near as long as actually building the virtual machines. I'm going to, once everything is pulled up, I'm going to try to ping the DC server. So while that's getting pulled up and situated, actually, I can go ahead, try to kill two birds with one stone. Go over to DC1. Oh, excuse me. There we go. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. No, no. Okay, accept. Alright. Go ahead and, just for future time's sake, I'll go ahead and at least get this other one added in. So it'll be DC. I'll go ahead and put DC1. There we go. Add. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get that one pulled up. While that's taking care of that, of course I'm going to minimize this really quick and make that just a little bit smaller there. And for this one, also make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to minimize this. And for this lab, we're probably going to be hopping back and forth between the two. Now, one thing here. Excuse me. One thing we're going to be doing in client one, which will obviously be very easy to see the names here at the top, client one, DC1. In order to try to go ahead and ping that, you can literally come here, or say this is probably a little bit bigger. I'll give you a little bit of the search bar here. You can just put in CMD. Oh, came right up with CM. That command prompt. And so what we're going to try to do is a perpetual ping towards the DC1 service, towards the DC1 server. And at this point, we'll see if it goes through, if it doesn't. That's a little bit of a learning lesson. Alright, so what we're going to make sure to type in there is going to be, let's see there, ping space dash T. And then this is where we're going to need their private IP address. So let's scroll down here. Networking. The NIC. This right there. IP configuration. Copy it, and then paste it, hit enter. Alright, so let's see what it does. Okay, so as of right now, we're going to keep showing request timed out. We should keep doing that repeatedly because the server has a firewall, it has things set up on the server where not being able to ping it. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop over really quick to the DC or the domain controller, so that way we can make I guess a little hole in the firewall, so it will allow us a little bit of access, and then we can hop right back over to our client one, so that way we can see what it looks like there. Exit that out, and we can go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for now. Alright, we see we have the server manager that's already up and running, since this is technically a server. No problems there. Alright, so what we're going to do down here, just search firewall. Alright, look at that. We have all these beautiful options that pulled up for us. So we're going to go with Windows Defender Firewall. settings. I see what I was looking for. Our inbound rules. If we make this bigger, let's see what we got up here. There, that's what I'm looking for. Our protocols. Alright, and let's see right here. Seeing the ICMP v4, which once I select that, allow me to click over, slide over. What we're going to want to do is enable these two right here. There we are. And if you slide those over, it tells you a little bit more of their official names, ACK requests. But now that we just enabled that, if I minimize this window just a little bit, we just click over to the client one. Look, the second we're able to enable that firewall, the server actually started replying. So we have definitely been able to make sure and ensure that we do have connectivity. So it's a beautiful thing. Alright, so you can, to stop that, you can always hit Control C. I'll stop that. Alright, and so next what we're going to do is go back into DC1. Let's make that big. Alright, and what we're going to want to make sure we do is we can actually pull up the, sorry, that was my Mac stuff coming up there. Also type in our command prompt. Granted, I know with the little miniature windows that we have, you can see the names there, but if for whatever reason, if you got confused, let's say you have a lot of them pulled up, you just hop in between, you can always type in host name and it'll show you the name. So you can, like I said, host name shows DC1. I'll type in there, who am I? Let me know the user, because you might log in as a potential different user if necessary, which part of this lab is doing that later on. So we can use this always as confirmation that it did work successfully if necessary. So something always nice to have. So we'll go ahead and minimize that. Exit that. Alright, so it looks like we're going to make sure that we add roles and features. Alright, just make sure we read over, make sure not skipping anything that we're going to need. So we're going to hit next. There we go. Make sure we click next again. Alright, so now here we're going to want to make sure that we select the Active Directory, but you can see there's obviously a few different versions. What we're looking for is this one right here, Active Directory Domain Services, since technically we're working with a domain, right? A domain controller. So we're going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to hit Add Features. We're going to hit Next. Next again. Finish installing. So let's go ahead and close that. So good to go. We do have this yellow exclamation sign or icon. I want to refer to that. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. So we have a blue link here that says promote this server to a domain controller, and that's exactly what we want to do. So we want to head and click that. Alright, so add a domain controller to an existing domain, add a new domain to an existing forest, add a new forest. So at this point, once we're done, we want to make sure that we click add a new forest. Now technically, here we can put whatever domain name you want, anything your heart desires. If you want to put purpleunicorns.com, you could. If you wanted to put iloveslugs.com, you could. But for the purposes of this lab, it's going to be very basic. So I'm just going to keep it the same, going to keep it uniform and what Josh did. So I'm going to go ahead with mydomain.com. Very simple. But of course, when you guys are setting it up or running it for your business or something else, you can put something else there. That makes a little bit more sense. Alright, now as far as next, what we're going to do is set up passwords, what it's asking us for. I'm going to keep it very simple. If you guys have seen any of the other videos, typically for passwords, especially if they keep the smaller ones, let's do password 1, since later on I delete these anyways. Alright, click next. Next. Okay, looks like it's working hard there. We have that there, my domain name. Actually, my domain, not my domain name, I apologize. Alright, we should be able to click next. Once it's done, it should be kicking us out to try to restart the computer to make sure it installs everything successfully. Next, next. Alright, looks like we're done there. So I went ahead and install. Alright, there we go. Here's the message we're waiting for. You're about to be signed out. So, and we need to do it in order to finish the installation process. So go ahead and hit close. Restarting. Okay. Alright, so we still have this one here pulled up, but at this point, what we need to do, we're going to go ahead and hit our desktop back. We're going to try to pull up DC1 again, but this time, we're going to make sure that we log in, and it's going to require us to log in, or it should require us to log in with the FQDN, which is a fully qualified domain name. Alright, so there we go. Let's go ahead and see if this works. We'll find out shortly. mydomain.com backslash JBDC. Of course, my password. Alright. Continue. Hopefully I typed my password in correctly. We'll find out here shortly. Alright, so while that's loading, we're going to search for Active Directory, Users, and Computers. And I didn't have to type it all in because I see it right there. So we're going to click on that. Alright, we can make that big. Alright, so my domain, there we go. Apologize. Alright, so we should be able to hit this little drop down menu there. And obviously our situation here for the DC server is going to be mydomain.com. We can actually hit right click. That gives us a few more options there. If we hit right click, go to new, and then we click organizational units, should want or allow us to create some files. Now in the lab that we're doing with Josh, he We'll type them. Very interesting. All caps, and we'll even throw in an underscore at the beginning just to be able to differentiate. And I'm not necessarily mad at it. Granted, each to each his own. Everyone has their own way of doing things. Of course, you can just hit it again. New organization unit. You can hit underscore admin. Hit OK. Alright, there we are. Okay, so we have 2 new files now. We want to make sure we hit refresh. Refresh this way. There we go. So if we just right clicked it again, specifically on mydomain.com, hit that refresh, we'll see everything is reorganized, and the 2 that we added go straight to the top. Gotta love it. Alright, so now that we've added the employees and the admins, we've already made sure they're good to go. Let's go ahead and click into admins. Alright, obviously not much going on over here, but no worries. Do not fret, my pet. We're going to make sure that we get some things added. There goes new. All the way down here to user. Alright, and see a little thing pops up over here in the left corner. You can literally, if you already have obviously names to add in, I don't. This is just allowed for me. So we're gonna go with Old Faithful, Mrs. Jane Doe. Let's go ahead and get off for the capital, all caps there. Jane Doe. Alright, and user logon name. Let's go Jane underscore admin. Alright, so now with that, go ahead, hit next. Password, keep it simple. Password with a capital P1. Oh, nope, that's not password capital P1, that was actually password with a capital P exclamation point, so we gotta be careful. Password 1. Password 1. Alright, so we got the passwords situated. We're going to want to make sure we uncheck this for now. Of course, typically you may want to keep that checked. User must change the password the next login. In the real life scenario, I can see obviously you may want to keep that. But for this lab purposes, I'm going to go ahead and select password never expires. So we're going to finish that. We see Jane Doe there. Okay. Alright, and next we want to make sure to make Jane an actual admin. She's technically not yet an admin, even though she's here in the folder. In order to make her a proper admin, a legitimate admin, we want to make sure we hit right click. Oh, excuse me. Let's try that again. Right click, there we go. Properties. Okay, so what's beautiful about properties, you can see you have a lot of different little tabs here. We'll go to the account. Somewhere in the future, potentially, you can even unlock people, things of that nature. But this one, we're going to make sure we go to, where is it? There it goes, top left, member of. Alright, so as of right now, she's technically a member of the domain users. So we're going to go ahead and get her added. And you can just type in domain here. Click check names. Alright, you can see a few different domain admins, which is what we're going to get her added to. But you see domain computers, controllers, guests, users. So let's get her added to domain admins. We're going to click OK. Okay, again. Make sure we hit apply. Okay. Alright, so now she's officially an admin, and she's officially assigned to the admin group. So hooray for that. Now at this point, what we can do is officially should be able to log in with Jane Doe's credentials into client 1. I log off. 1 second there. Something that I learned recently. Oh, the command prompt isn't there anymore. Oh, well, why not? It's right there. Now we can even literally just type in log off. I don't do it for us. I think that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, especially if you're already working in command. Just why not? Just I'm sure it's a basic prompt for many, but I thought it was a nice little nugget there. Anywho, so now that we have Miss Jane Doe as official admin, we should be able to log in with her. So let's 1 second there. Let's do back DC1 though first before trying the client one. Alright, so we're on my domain.com /chain _ admin password. Oh no, go ahead and cancel that. Password 1. Should make sure that's all right. Okay. Continue. Jane Doe. Here we go. Okay, so, but we see opening up server manager. Things are looking good. Alright, so we got logged in remote desktop. If we want to double check everything, we go to command prompt, like I said before. Let it go. Who am I? Jane admin. Gotta love it. Alright. Alright, so what we want to do, it looks like we want to next make sure we end up joining the domain, or excuse me, the main controller and client 1 together. So right click the start menu. We're going to go up to system. Again, make this bigger there. Over here, rename this PC. Instead of going right here, we're going to click actually change. Hit OK. Even more. Alright, so it already has this listed. If we go to command prompt, I'm going to do a little exercise there that Josh did, but we can probably end up skipping over, but I will show you here. We end up typing IP config /all. Alright, so right here, server on the DNS. Oh, let's scroll down. So in order to join the DC1 or the domain controller or the client one, we're going to need to make sure we get the correct IP address and update a couple of things. So let's go ahead and try to do that now. Go ahead and exit that. Let's cancel this. Exit. Like that. Oh, sorry. Click the wrong thing there. There we go. Well, from that command line, you actually saw there was actually missing some numbers, but it was supposed to be the public IP address. So what we're going to do is actually try to get that private address, that private IP address, excuse me. Alright, so let's see. Minimize this. And this one. Pull that up. And actually, before instead of doing it within client 1, we're actually going to hop back over here to the portal. Alright, so let's go to DC1, networking, IP configuration, this is the, copy that one, there we go. So we got that part done. So now that we have that, we need to make sure you want to keep that copy, keep it in the clipboard. Alright, now we're going to go into client 1. Oh wait, no, I want to keep that in the, let's go back here, client 1. So quick to jump back into this, but you want to do this based off of the portal so everything works correctly. Networking, network interface, like that. Alright, so instead of ID configuration this time, what we're going to do is go to DNS servers. Alright, now this is where we're going to hit custom. Come on, there we go. Alright, and then this is where we're going to paste. Alright, you want to make sure there's no spaces before or after. Alright, so it looks like should be good to go. You want to hit save. Alright, it's going to take a few moments to save it. It's updating. Alright, so it looks like we're good to go there. Alright, so now we should be able to hop back into client 1, and we want to make sure restart. There we go. And actually, we can technically restart it from portal, believe it or not. Literally right here. Just hit restart. You sure? Yes. Take a few moments, and we're going to restart. There it goes. Alright, so should take a little bit once restarted. Alright, I'm gonna try to log back in. Alright, so if we go back here, put in a command prompt, and if we do the same IP config space /all, hit enter, we should be able to hear the DNS server. So remember, that was the private IP address that we added, which was the DC's or the domain controller, the server's actual private IP address, so we should be able to get connected. So next what we're going to do is right click here on the menu. Alright, we're going to go up to systems, there we go. It's loaded. Then we're going to try to rename the PC. Let's make this big. There we are. Click the change button here. Alright, now I don't know if you guys remember last time this was all grayed out, but now that we're connected, it gives us a little bit more options. So we should be able to hear everything they're situated for us. So now, in my domain, we're going to put mydomain.com. There we are. Alright, especially now it has the DC1's private IP address, specifically not the public, but the private IP address. it already knows that it's going to be able to connect to that. It's not going to be out randomly searching the internet trying to find something to connect to. So we're going to be good to go with that. And once we hit OK, we should be getting a prompt here. I'm saying we should get a prompt there to log in. Alright, so once we do log in, then it probably is going to want us to restart again. And I apologize for all the restarting and the time in between, but hopefully in post, as they say, we'll speed this up along. Alright, so for this, let's see, let's put in Jane's. Yeah, my domain. Let me move this out of the way, sorry guys. mydomain.com / Jane_admin password 1. We're gonna look at it, just double check. Okay. Alright. Hit OK. Alright, got a little chime in my headset. You guys may have been able to hear that, may not have. Typically, that's good news. Should have gone through. Is probably a little pop-up behind this window here. Minimize that. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so welcome to mydomain.com domain. You must restart your computers. Yep, like I said, we're gonna get that. Alright. So okay. Should be restarting here. Restart now. Alright, so we'll give it a few moments here to do its thing. Alright, so let's go ahead, log back in. This time though, keep in mind we're going to log into client 1 with Jane's information. Alright. Alright, there we go. So I knew it was going to take just a little bit there since we just updated a few things. Alright, so now let's go ahead and right click. There we go. Right click. Sorry about that. So right click from Windows Start menu. And then scroll on back up to Systems. There we are. Let's make this big again. Apologize. Water bottle was right next to my mouse. There we go. Alright, so now, instead of rename this PC, I've been working with this little blue link here for a little bit. We're going to come on up to Remote Desktop. Should be over here on the right column. There we are. Alright, so we're going to see exactly who I can access this PC. And guess what, guys? No one else other than Jane. You see right here, Jane admin already has access, but look, no one else. It's all blank. So that's a little sad. Because what you want, especially with the Active Directory, you're going to have a lot more people in a real life situation that are going to have access to that domain. So let's make that happen. Why not? Got to add right here. So I'll go ahead, hit domain, check names. Alright, so we're back to here. So we hit domain users. That should literally give every name, or excuse me, every end user that gets signed up automatically, gives them access to client 1. So let's go ahead, hit OK, hit OK again. Alright, so now we see the main user group has been officially added, so it isn't just Jane by her lonesome. So let's go ahead and hit OK again. So we're good to go on that aspect. Alright, so now let me go ahead, let's minimize this because we're in client 1. Alright. Okay, I don't think DC1 is logged in, I think. It is, okay, so we're bringing it to the forefront. Alright, so let's make DC1 big. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and click Windows. Alright, so we should see this little folder right here. This is the Windows Admin Tools. delete that drop down. Now we're going to go for Active Directory. Let's see, users and computers. There it goes. All right. We'll drop down. Get employees, admin, and users. Alright, so got a few little users there. Alright, so all these bad boys here, literally what we just did on client 1 is going to give all these so-called users access to client 1 so far. So these people's name, these are so-called users at this point. Really the only users is myself, they have a guest, and Jane. Granted, she's technically here, but yeah, she's also a user as well. So there's that. But no worries, we're gonna be getting more added in here. Let's exit that out. I'll close this. Minimize that. There we go. Alright, so we're looking for PowerShell. Alright, we're looking for this specific PowerShell. PowerShell ISE. Oh, and I already messed up. I already did something wrong. Go back to PowerShell. Alright, so we're supposed to right click this and run as an administrator. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to the device? Yep, that's the point. Yes, ma'am. Alright, there we go. So now we're gonna click on the new file icon right here. Alright, and we're gonna paste some code in there that's going to create and generate a lot of users for us. Josh has some code. I'm going to go ahead and hop over off screen and copy. Alright, so apologize there. Paste that. Like I said, there was code. So shout out to Josh for doing that for us. And then literally just hit this little green triangle to run the script. And literally, these are names that are all being generated. Now, Josh Manacore gave us a heads up in the lab, and he did mention that this code is just being literally just automatically generated with different types of names and words, and so there might be some funny sounding names or some inappropriate names, but that's just the code doing its thing. It's being auto-generated. So there's that. So it's obviously going to take some time because I believe it's supposed to generate about 10,000. Yeah. Where is it? Here we go. There's some employees, users, calendar. Alright, so you guys saw that. What I just did is just a simple refresh. Alright, and the employees folder, that's where all these names are being added. And we can already see there's quite a bit, I'll even do a little faster here, quite a bit of names have been added, and even more being generated. Let's open up one of these names here. So this is Bajik Nurot. Looks like he has a display name of Bajik, either .Nurot. Let's hit his account. Yeah, so I would have to copy and paste it, make sure I don't mess that up. But one thing we technically could do is we can log out and log back in as Bajik, since he should have access based off of what we did last time. And I mean, why not? It's gonna keep doing its thing. I believe we are in, we're in DC1. So what I can do, minimize this. Let's go ahead, copy Bajik, client 1, we would have to log on. Sign out. Alright, so then we'll double click my domain.com/Bajik wrote password. Josh kept them all the same. I use the same password he's been using. Password 1. Continue. Ta-da! Bajik New Roads has access. So that means what we did actually worked. And then of course, thanks to the code, we're getting random names being added in here with different usernames, same passwords for now, but in the real life scenario, you see obviously how we can gain access. We can help people out if they lock their accounts out. Technically, I can go back, I can log out as Bajik, or I can grab someone else, and we can act as if they lock out their account, and we have to reset their password. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Why not? We got time, or maybe you have time. I have work in the morning, but hey, we're having a good time, right, guys? So let's go ahead and shut down. Boom. Actually, should I do this, Bajik? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Nah, I'll grab some. Let's grab a different name. That's gonna be a little bit. I can hop back in over here. Exit. Okay, that's fine. Funny enough. I'm looking at some of these names. Here's one. Beaky Pine. Copy that one. They have to add the computer and add it back on, like probably the way I logged out. So I shut down. So let's check over here. Let's do a quick refresh. Let's start. Alright, so it says successfully started. Go ahead. Okay, so looks like it's working again this time. So let's go my domain.com/Beaky Pine password 1. And yeah, sometimes guys, with the cloud, you know, I'll feel free to hop back in the port if there's ever some situation like that where you can just hit stop or restart it or refresh, whatever it is that you have to do, whatever it is that you have to do. So here's Beaky Pine. I just first wanted to log in as Beaky Pine successfully, so that was to show you we do have a good legit account. So now what I'm going to do here, once it logs in a few moments, I'm going to try to log out the correct way. I'll even do it through command just to make sure there's no issues. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely put in a whole bunch of wrong passwords, so that way we can lock out her account. It'll probably do it after 3. I'll do like 8, something like that. And then we can go back into the DC1 server, and then we can see about trying to get her unlocked and she reset the password. I said her as if this is a real person. It's obviously auto-generated, but you guys see Beaky Pine. I feel like Beaky, it just sounds like a like a with animal or like a dog. I don't know. But beaky pine reminds me of bleaker's pine. There's a show similar to that, and I can't think of it just right now. But anywho, so let's pull the command prompt. I'm just gonna hit log off to make sure I don't do any other incorrect log off attempts. There we go. So now give it a few moments before I double click it again. Pull it up. Alright, so my domain.com / Alright, so now literally I'll just do a whole bunch of wrong ones. Continue. Wrong. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's already locked. Wrong. Obviously, I'm only putting in one character. At this point, it might be over 8. I haven't been keeping count. But anywho, one more for good measure. So let's go ahead and pull up this. We can make it big. Alright. So beaky, go back to general. Alright. Right click. You can even go to disable the account if you want to. You can reset password from right here. Wonder. Let's go ahead and do the official reset. Yeah, let's do that. Set reset password. Unlock the user account. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that too. New password. I'll just keep the same one. Password 1. Password 1. There we go. So I'm sure plenty of us who have any type of remote interest in this video will be unlocking more than one to our fair share of passwords in the future. But yeah, that's that. Now at this point, the next couple of labs are going to be working with Active. I believe working with the Active Directory a little bit hand in hand. So I'm probably going to put these in machines to sleep, or at least stop running them for now and just kind of keep them on the cloud while I complete the other labs here and there. But I just want to appreciate you guys. Thank you for logging in, for watching. Feel free to like it, share it if you want. Feel free to comment. But I'm gonna go ahead and log out of these and stop them from running officially. Well, I have you guys shoot. Why not? Let's go ahead and do the log off. There we go. Just logging off. Sign out anyway. Alright. Cancel. Alright, so what I'm going to do, officially, client 1, you can hit stop here. Yes. So it stops the virtual machine from running, so it doesn't charge you as much. And then you go to DC1, you hit stop as well. As you can see, it's 1:29 in the morning here in Florida, and I have work in the morning at 8. So I'm gonna stop that for now, save everything we got going, and then tomorrow after work I'll make sure we finish off these next 2 labs that we have left. So thank you once again. Hopefully you guys have a good one.